Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Saahil Murli Menghani and I'm bringing to you a brand new show on the wire called Checks and Balances. We are going to keep a very close watch on every piece of fake news peddled by private citizens and also tall claims made by people in important positions. In the inaugural episode of this brand new show, Checks and Balances, India's Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla on March 1st, late in the evening, went on record to say that no Indian citizens are left in the most adversely affected city of Kyiv, the capital city of Ukraine, and that the embassy was being shut. First, listen to his statement, and then we will bring to you clinching pieces of video evidence to prove, without any shred of doubt, how that claim made by India's Foreign Secretary himself was far, far, far from the truth. Listen into what he said.
I understand that since then, all of our nationals have left Kiev. The information with us is that we have no more nationals left in Kiev. Nobody has contacted us from Kiev since. All our inquiries have revealed that each and every of our nationals have come out to Kiev to the extent that we can tell you.
So that was India's Foreign Secretary going on record on March 1st late evening after the Prime Minister chaired a top-level meeting to say on record that no Indians were left in Kyiv anymore. But hours later, I spoke to not one, not two, but multiple Indians who are still stuck in Kyiv, desperately looking for help and still not hearing anything from the embassy. I'm now going to put out excerpts from some of those conversations which will tell you how far from truth was that statement. First up, this conversation with a guy named Vicky. He's there with his family members. There are two more family members. He's still stuck in Kyiv. Listen into what he told me hours after India's Foreign Secretary made that remark. Listen it. Here in India, the time is 1:30 a.m. And I guess, Vicky, there in Kyiv, it's around 10 p.m. right now, right? On March 1st.
Yes. Yeah. It's 10. Yeah.
And where are you exactly? Which city?
I'm currently in Kyiv.
And how many people are there with you in Kyiv? How many Indians are still stranded there in Kyiv with you right now?
As of my information, like I'm with my family here. My sister and my wife are along with me. And when we are getting some informations from WhatsApp groups and all, we are able to get like 60 plus people are stuck here in bunkers and nearby some hotels or something.
Vicky, why I ask you that question is because the government of India, India's Foreign Secretary has gone on record to say that no Indians are left in Kyiv and they are shutting the embassy. So is that correct?
It's completely like unlawful or something. Like we people have been stuck here, and we have been completely filling forms for like 2 days, like 50, 60 Google forms we have completely filled, and no one has contacted us yet. And the main worst part is that when we contact the Indian embassy in Ukraine, maybe because of their work or because of their pressure, they don't answer their calls.
As you heard in that conversation I had with Vicky, he was very much in Kyiv. He continues to be in Kyiv even after over 15 hours after India's Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla made that remark that no Indians are there in Kyiv anymore. But he and his family members, Vicky and his family members, continue to remain stuck and in a precarious condition. When I was recording that conversation with Vicky, sirens went off. Sirens went off in the city, which in fact made him panic, and he had to rush back to his place of shelter. Take a look.
So that is the only thing that we are able to get it. I think you can hear the alarm here, the siren.
Yes. Yes, in
So
the
I think
background.
yeah, I don't know what is going to happen. So I just have to cut the call and I just have to rush to the bunkers.
Yes. No, be safe. Be safe, Vicky. Be safe. Be
Sure, sure. Thank you
safe.
so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Stay in touch. We'll stay in touch. And Vicky tells me that he is in touch with at least 60 more Indians who are still stuck in Ukraine's capital city of Kyiv, which as per, again point to be highlighted, which as per India's Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla, which as per the government of India is now a city that no more has any Indian nationals left. And it's not just Vicky that I spoke with. After over 16 hours after India's Foreign Secretary made that remark that no Indians are left in Kyiv anymore, I also spoke to a girl named Angel. She's 21 years old and she's still stuck in Ukraine's Kyiv. Almost 16 hours after the Indian government declared on record that no Indian nationals are left in Kyiv and that they were shutting the embassy. Listen in to what Angel told me in that chat which I had with her just a short while ago. I just want to cross check with you since we don't want to be confused about date and time stamps. I'm talking to you on March 2nd at around 1:20 p.m. Indian Standard Time. What is the date and time there, and where are you right now?
Right now, the date is 2nd March, time 9:51 a.m. And right now I'm in Kyiv. I'm in a safe place, that's all I can say.
The reason why I ask you that question, Angel, is because yesterday the government of India, to be specific, India's Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla, around 15 hours ago, went on to record to say that no Indians are there in Kyiv anymore. Did you hear that? What do you have to say about that?
Well, I did hear that, and I actually, at that moment, I felt a little afraid because since I am over here, and it's not only me, I got in contact with other people. There are 2-3 more people I found out who are here, and probably there are even more. So I just felt a little afraid that, the embassy left me out and they don't know that I'm here. So how are they going to evacuate me, or what is the plan? Because I called embassy, I've been calling since last 3 days and they haven't been answering my calls, and there is no other way I can contact them. Compared to other countries, it's not really a good rescue mission. That's all I can say. I mean, other countries were rescued very, very at each and every step. And I know there are many Indian students over here, and it's not possible for us, but it could have been more better.
Angel also told me that she herself is in touch with at least 4 to 5 more Indian citizens who are still stuck in Kyiv. Also, Angel made a very important point in our conversation. She told me that her friends who were very much in Ukraine, friends from South Korea, Kenya, and Morocco, they've all left. Reason? Their embassies were more proactive. In fact, she told me that her friends from South Korea and Kenya left as early in the first 10 to 15 days of February, before India sent out its first advisory on February 15th. That's how proactive these embassies were. Listen in to Angel describing her situation and comparing that with the situation of her friends from other countries, including South Korea and Kenya, who are now in safe place, courtesy the proactiveness and the seriousness that their embassies showed. Listen in. What about your friends? You must have friends from other countries as well. Did they evacuate on time? Were the advisories sent to those people in advance by their countries? And were those advisories much clearer than the advisory sent out by India on February 15, because of which they were able to leave early? Tell us about that. What's been the response like among your friends from other countries?
See,
Who
I
were
have
in
friends in I have friends from South Korea, and they I think left around 2 to 3 weeks ago. They left very early, even before anything started. Their embassy asked them to leave, so they left I think 3 weeks earlier. And also someone from Kenya, yeah, right. In my group, there because my group has all international students, so even Moroccans in my group there are like 7, 8 of them. They have also left. All of them are gone. People from Kenya also have gone, but other embassies have made sure that all of them got evacuated before time properly. They had assisted them all the way.
And do you know? So you're saying your friends who were from South Korea, they left
Yeah,
as early as 3 weeks ago. That is in the first 10 days of
yeah.
February because their embassies were active. And what about your friends in from Kenya and Morocco? When did they leave?
They also left. I think 2 weeks ago. Also, they all. No one is over here.
These students from Kenya, Morocco, and South Korea were taken out with the help from their embassies, right?
See, about Kenya and South Korea, I'm sure. About Morocco, yeah, their embassy gave the advisory to leave Ukraine, but I don't know if the embassy has assisted them or not. I'm not sure
So
about
but
that.
you're sure about South Korea and Kenya. And
Yeah, yeah.
now this is where I want to ask you. Now you're telling me this is why I want to ask you this question. You're telling me that your friends from South Korea and Kenya left as early as in the first 10 days or 15 days of February because their embassies helped them out, one, and B, they sent them clear advisories. Now, had those clear advisories been sent to you much earlier, because the first one came in from the Indian government on February 15th, that too said that nationals may leave. May was the word used. Do you think if the wording was more accurate as to or was similar to the language used in advisories of other countries and had come in earlier, you would have also left?
Yeah, in this case, if they would have, see, I read the advisory and they said May, and here a lot of people I know, like Indian families who are living over here, they said that everything's gonna be fine. So I thought, okay, I'll stay. If they would have said that no, you must go, you must leave, I would have gone the same day. Besides, the day embassy sent the advisory, all the tickets were very, very high. The price was very high, 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh. We are from middle class families, we can't afford all that.
And it doesn't end there. Now let me come to another claim that was made by India's Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla. He said that no one has contacted us, that is the Indian embassy or the Indian government from Kyiv, since. And by since he meant that since the curfew was lifted in Kyiv on February 28. Now you're going to hear from Indian citizens who are still stuck in Kyiv, telling on record that even in the over the last 24 to 48 hours, they have tried their level best to reach out to the Indian embassy, but in vain. In fact, Angel went on to tell me that she did manage to get in touch with one official at the Indian embassy who told her, and hear this carefully, who told her to board a train from Kyiv to safer areas of western Ukraine, even as shelling and bombings continue on her own. My question is, and the question that arises out of this is, if such conversations were happening between Indians and embassy officials, then how did and on what basis did India's foreign secretary go on record to say that no Indians were left in Kyiv anymore? Listen in to this, to these explosive excerpts of conversations, my conversations with Indians who are still stuck in Kyiv. What you're saying is important, Angel, because you're saying you're trying to contact embassy even in the last 3 days, because the embassy, India's foreign secretary, also said that no one has contacted us from Kyiv since the curfew was lifted. That is in the last 24 to 48 hours. So you're now telling me that you have tried your best to contact the embassy even in the over the last 48 hours or 24
Yeah,
hours?
yeah. And I don't remember which date, but in the advisory there were listed 5 numbers of embassy of Kyiv here. So I tried calling on all 5 of them. They are either busy, they say the line is busy or they won't answer until the end. So I don't know who else I can contact. Yesterday though, I got in contact with one of the member of embassy, and they told me that I can take a train over here and I can go, but I'm not willing to travel alone because I don't find it safe. If I want to go, I would rather go in a group because I don't know anyone over here. Even if I go to the west part of the country, there's no one to receive me, and I don't know I don't know where to go over there, who to ask in case I get stuck over there, in case something happens to me. There's no guarantee. Rather than that, I would rather stay here alone, and I'm safe right now. I'm still fine. I may live, but I don't know if I step out of here, I will live or not if I'm alone.
So you're saying just yesterday you spoke to someone in the Indian embassy, and that person in Indian embassy told you to travel on your own in a train.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's what they said actually. So
Because
I don't want to travel alone.
Because India's foreign secretary clearly said that no one has contacted us from Kyiv ever since the curfew was lifted, and all our inquiries have revealed that each and every national Indian national have come out of Kyiv.
No, there are still Indian nationals over here. And if they're talking only about students, then yeah, I got in contact with one student yesterday. She's also over here.
What does it make you feel like? How's the response been from the government and the embassy overall, but particularly in the last 24 to 48 hours? What does it make you feel like when you're stranded there all alone and you're being asked to do everything on your own?
I got in contact with embassy and they told me that you have to travel alone, and they are blaming me for not contacting them earlier, but I didn't know how to contact. I still tried my level best yesterday. That's why I got in contact with someone in the embassy, but I don't know what else can I do in this situation. I tried my best, but rather than helping me out at this time, they are blaming me right now that I didn't contact them earlier.
And which is false, right? You have been telling me that you're trying your level best to call up on the numbers given out by the embassy. Is that correct?
Yeah, I tried calling. They weren't picking up. There were 5 contact numbers. I tried on all 5 of them for 2-3 days. They weren't picking up. Even since the curfew started, they aren't picking up.
And it's not just about Indian nationals stuck in Kyiv. There are hundreds and hundreds of students who are in Kharkiv, another city of Ukraine. They are now boarding trains on their own, at their own risk, to travel to safer areas in the western part of Ukraine like Lviv and areas closer to the Poland border. Now, to travel from Kharkiv to, say, Lviv, they have to cross via Kyiv. And this is what an Indian student who is on board a train from Kharkiv to Lviv, passing via Kyiv, told me how outraged he is and how helpless he feels on knowing that the Indian embassy has been shut in Kyiv, raising the question that what if they have to or are forced to get down at Kyiv for some reason or the other? Where will they go? Why was the embassy shut? Is this question being raised by these students? Listen in.
खार्किव शहर से ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं वेस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ यूक्रेन की तरफ। इंडियन एडवाइजरी आई थी आज के कीव को खाली किया जाए और इंडियन सारे रेजिडेंट्स वगैरह जो भी हैं सभी उधर से निकल जाएं। पर हमारे लिए एक सीधी फैक्ट वाली बात है कि जो भी हम खार्किव से ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं उनको कीव से होके जाना ही पड़ेगा। बट इंडियन एम्बेसी के हिसाब से उधर से सारे इंडियन हट चुके हैं। अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम आती है तो हम किसके पास जाएंगे उधर रास्ते में।
We have now presented to you multiple clinching pieces of evidence on video to tell you, to expose to you how the claim made by the government of India, India's foreign secretary, was so far from the truth.
Get a sneak peek of exclusive content before everyone else for channel members only. Memberships start at ₹89. Hit the join button below.